Yo, what is going on, guys? Vic's POV here. So, a little bit of an update. I know it's been a while since I've updated you guys on what's going on. Last video we talked about was my road onto getting a 2025 Supra. I think it's been about a month and a half. So, as you guys know, I've been going to different types of dealers, checking it out, seeing what's up. I've been calling in a 500-mile radius here from where I live. Trying to see if maybe something, you know, within state or maybe out of state might make sense. But honestly, it's been really hard to find something. However, with that being said, I finally was able to find a dealer that would essentially give me the car under MSRP. And the way I did that was essentially, I actually talked to them a while back for 2024, and they, I pretty good, like, I had some good rapport with the sales manager, and I go, hey, look, I really want this car, just right now I'm about to have a baby. Kind of doesn't make sense for me to put a deposit and then get stuck with a car, you know, on a payment that maybe I can't afford later on. You know, give me a couple months to reevaluate my budget and make it make sense, right? And see where I'm at. Obviously, you guys know I had a job change, position change. I'm doing great at the job, and then at the end of the day, you know, probably making almost double what I would be making in my old position. So really excited about that. So obviously, with more money comes more responsibility. More money becomes funner toys that we can play with. Again, not to rag on anybody that has mommy and daddy money, but I don't have any of that. I grew up in a very poor family and very difficult times, and especially now, you know, being able to even talk about getting a Supra at being a $60,000 car would have been out of my scope, you know, 10 years ago. So with that being said, again, I'm extremely blessed and thankful for where I am in life, and just being able to get to that point, right? You know, I just started a family, you know, me, my wife, my baby. It's super exciting. It's an exciting time, and honestly, I want to buy the Supra more for him and keep it in my garage as like a legacy, as like an antique later on, so that he could see it and he could be like, wow, like, what is this, right? And I can talk to him about what a Supra is. Again, I know I'm gonna get some hate for the BMW Toyota thing, right? And it's not really a Toyota, but I'm not trying to buy a Mark IV at $120,000. That's already like, that's Porsche slash, you know, Aston Martin money type of thing. So I think, again, the Mark V Supra is a poor man's Porsche. Till you can afford a Porsche, right? So fake it till you make it. But again, I think the Supra is a very nice looking car, and overall, just from what I've heard and what I've test driven, the handling on that car is exquisite, and the power delivery is 0 to none. So just overall, again, an update. So finally was able to, getting back to the story of the sales manager and the dealer, finally got able to determine, you know, hey, look, this is the price I want. The problem is they had a base, and I'm not trying to get a base. I'm trying to get a premium 3.0 manual transmission. Also, it was an automatic, so I was like, nah, man, I want, you know, I've done automatic for a while. My first cars were stick shift, and I really do miss growing through the gears, especially on a Supra. I think that's the way it's meant to be. A lot of used ones popping up, but they're all automatic. And then when I talk to somebody, hey, you know, the old owner, why did they trade it in? Like, well, they bought a manual one. So I feel like if I buy an automatic, I might regret it. Just because, again, I think the Supra was meant to be a manual. Whatever the case, I got it $58,900 out, you know, MSRP, well, not MSRP, but purchase price for the car. And plus, obviously I'm in South Florida, do the taxes, fees, you know, all that other stuff. I'm walking out about 64, 65, I believe, out the door. That's about 6 G's, you know, taxes are about 7% here, and then, you know, they're trying to add on these other things, which I can negotiate later on when I get to the finance table. But so far, that's my out the door price, and just my thoughts are, I think that's an okay price to pay for it. Again, I'm not paying anything crazy like cheap, but I'm also not paying the market premium or the market adjustment that every dealer I've called has. Every dealer has a 10 to 15,000 market adjustment. This guy, about 200 miles away in I believe Palm Bay or something, wanted me to get the Supra, and he goes, the best I can do is 82,000 out the door. That's $17,000 more than what I'm being quoted right now. Again, I looked at Tampa. Obviously, my prayers to those that are in Tampa, and with the hurricane just passing, you know, they wanted $77,000. There's no way. That's $12,000 over what the car really is worth. And at that point, paying $80,000 to $90,000 for a Supra, I think is not worth it. If I'm going to be spending that money, then might as well go and look for a Mark IV and 2JZ GTE, right? But I'm not trying to spend that type of money, especially again with the kid, with the new job. It's going well, but I don't have that type of money to spend, you know, $100K on a car or $80,000 on a car. That's a lot of money on a car. You know, we're looking at a $2,000 monthly payment, because I don't plan on putting anything down on a car. You know, $2,000 on an $80,000 car, that's nuts. There's no way I can. We can't afford that, and I'm just being honest. But with that being said, right, I put a deposit down as a goodwill fate, and was like, hey, yo, look, if you guys are for real about this and you guys can make this happen, here's my, you know, I put down $1,000, and I go, let's figure it out from there. You know, like, what do you guys have coming in? So I got a little tease last week, and they called me and they go, hey, we got one, we found a white one for you, which is what I'm looking for, a white, you know, white premium stick shift and black interior. And then he tells me, hey, that car resold. So I already had a deposit on it from the other dealer. But all good, not the end of the world. I'm not in a rush to get it. As long as I can get it before the production stops, I think that's going to be the key thing there. Because again, look at the Mark IVs. People bought them at $40,000, $45,000 back in the day, you know, top of the line. And you're looking at, now they're selling them for $120,000. It's because of the potential, you know, that car has. Again, the B58 engine is another monster. 3.0, 6-liter engine. You know, obviously it's only producing, on paper, 380 horsepower, more or less. And, you know, 360 pounds-feet torque. But with that being said, I mean, that car, there's so much aftermarket stuff you can do to it. With a downpipe and a tune, you could probably be up to 500. So again, just my thoughts and my journey so far on what I'm doing. I want to update everybody and give you guys a heads up on what's going on. That Supra might be here sooner than later. You know, and it was all talking, you know, just manifesting it, really, and just being like, I have to do really well. Again, my career isn't anything crazy, it's just sales. But at the end of the day, I do very well in sales. So I thrive in that environment, and I think I just really needed that push to get me doing that, and really pushing back and forth, and there's so many new things coming out that the company's taking advantage of. So I think that's a key factor right there. You know, sales in a small company.